imagine it. Fashion shit, yeah, I mix it, I ain't mad. She had it, but I'd rather say she passionate. Is this a bad time? Remember what happened last time. You better off being satisfied. We doing the same shit every time. Is this a bad time? Remember what happened last time. You better off being satisfied. We doing the same shit every time. I hit you when you were just baiting, so what? You hit me when I was so faded, so what? Said fuck everything cause I'm jaded, so what? I did all this shit and ain't taking no love. That little part of my life fell in love with them drugs. Not taking shit back, I love who I'm becoming. Fuck that shit, shorty, we could be nothing. I'm back when I'm in sorry, copping some dumb shit. Only want 10 out of 10s in the spot. Only want 10 out of 10s where you thought. $250,000, that's on this Richard pocket watch. Still flexing on niggas cause I know they watch. I wouldn't lie to you, yeah. No, I've been tired of you, yeah. You've been too all in my hair. You've been too all in my ear. You crashing out over a tree. I don't even know how to stare. But I don't know what to believe. And I don't even know how to care. No, I wanted you, but that was past tense. Done had a lot of hoes just on my accent. Carry my chopper, shorty, she is savage. Got a son for you, cause you ain't average. I be on gas fuel, take me out of delusional. Think I got it, cause I imagine it. Fashion shit, yeah, I mix it, I ain't mad. She had it, but I'd rather say she passionate. Is this a bad time? Remember what happened last time. You better off being satisfied. We doing the same shit every time. Is this a bad time? Remember what happened last time. You better off being satisfied. We doing the same shit every time. Check my phone out, a hoe say she miss me. Smoking this gas got me feeling rich. When it come to a freak, I ain't even picky. Just off this fit, turn her to a pig. I steal my twin Mordecai and Rick. You worry about tech, I give a nigga 50. What a broke nigga always got. That's something to say, but none of them niggas with me. Been blocking windows, I feel like I'm Wendy. No, she don't want Louis, she want a new Fendi. Can't open the text in the public no more. Ain't no way to predict like what she gon' send me. I'm not even doing the talking no more. I don't even think that they really gon' get me. I'm not getting rich here, it do not concern me. Cause every day I feel like that really ready. I wouldn't lie to you, yeah. No, I've been tired of you, yeah. You've been too all in my hair. You've been too all in my ear. You crashing out over a tree. I don't even know how to stare. But I don't know what to believe. Yeah, I don't even know how to care. No, I wanted you, but that was past tense. Done had a lot of hoes just on my accent. Carry my chopper, shorty, she is savage. Got a son for you, cause you ain't average. I be on gas fuel, take me out of delusional. Think I got it, cause I imagine it. Fashion shit, yeah, I mix it, I ain't mad. She had it, but I'd rather say she passionate.
Today, we're going to craft up the BTL Goat Whale for the MLB season, lock in a TNT two-piece, and let's cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. I really want to fade Tiger today. I hate saying that. It doesn't feel right. I mean, who else has the sack to do it?
How are we not pairing this with Judge? Fading the GOAT, I feel like a Judge pairing is required.
You know, Jovan, I could be convinced, and I think I am.
The Sooners to take care of business by 4+ runs tonight. I think the offense for Oklahoma really picks it up when we have Kyson Witherspoon on the mound. I will take my chances that the offense is going to do enough to get this into a pretty ugly game.
There's not enough glue guys to go around, Jovan. They got no glue guys in that locker room in Philly. Zero. They got the opposite. They got the most toxic team of all time. They don't give a hoot. Let's leave them in the big 2-4.
Have
at least for now. I would have taken Peebles if he was up there.
I'm gonna mute.
Dude, there's no way we're talking about sped up videos.
Dude, he was cooking. He was absolutely cooking. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Tuesday, episode 662 piece. As always, hold the fry. Joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by SeatGeek. Maybe you're going to opening day, right? Maybe you're getting involved. Maybe you're hitting the ballpark on Thursday or maybe this coming weekend. Jovan, where are the people buying their tickets?
You go to SeatGeek, man.
Easy. That's the easiest question you're going to answer all day today. You're going to SeatGeek, folks. It's that simple. Plug in code Bookit10 and get 10% off, not just one purchase, like all these other apps. Okay, every future purchase, 10% off. How about them apples? Get involved. Okay, plug that code into your SeatGeek app now before you forget. Okay, because you probably will. Next time you're buying tickets, lock in that code. Book it 10 on SeatGeek. W's. And we got Brinks picks coming in hot with the resub as well, nice and early. Talking about the Jackets. Yep, that's the only bet I even got close to hitting yesterday. Besides the squad ride, of course. And why don't we take a peep at the squad rides? Let's fucking go, dude.
Sure.
Jovan, great work. Chat, great work.
Love that.
They did not have an easy task yesterday, Jovan, because I came with cake. And we could show the overall Sharp Report recap from yesterday as well. I came with cake. I came with cake, and you guys still weeded it out. Jovan went 2 for 3 on straight bets. W's. Great fucking work there. It was always the over, and not our beloved Queens, who stunk it up. They stunk it up. Now we have some serious work to do on prize picks.
We do.
Some serious work
I think
to do
we
on
have
prize picks.
a lot more to work with today, except for maybe one square.
Good. Yeah, we're going to talk about that square that's starting up here in a moment. I'm sure Jovan would love for me to address this one.
You're so not ready for what's about to come out of Krabs' mouth.
I want on record that I took a Wizards Lakers 2-piece. Maybe worst 2-piece of all time. Yes.
Oh, dude. I'm sorry, bro.
Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, bro. Wizards, I've never seen a team play better and lose than the Wizards. I feel like they had highlights. The young guys were playing great. Bob Carrington had a career day. Never seen a team play better and lose. Goes to show you they got no talent. All right. Yeah, why don't we take a peep? Gootsy, we'll get there in a second. I think we've actually already recapped both the Sharp Report and the Squad Ride. Okay. Yeah, why don't we get to the Sharp Report for today and take a peep? Because there is a square I've got starting up here pretty soon, Jovan, that the people might need to know about if they want to take the Sharp Report format. Why don't we get to it?
I'm sure.
Okay, we got a lot to go over today, folks. We're going to craft up the BTL Goat Whale in a moment. We have a TNT 2-piece we need to craft up today as well. Jovan, we cannot let that tradition get swept under the rug today, even with the BTL Goat Whale going on. So a lot to get to today. Got to keep the tempo and pace crispy. And yes, that is Matvei Eganen. Less than 3.5 goalie saves. It starts up in about 15 minutes. I don't know what it is, chat. I could not stop thinking about this square the entire morning. Was looking through the boards, had a couple NBA squares I'm liking. We'll talk about Caldwell Pope here in a moment. But I couldn't stop looking at this square. It had over 5K tails this morning. Now it has like 7K tails. And it was pretty much a completely redded out square, except for his last game where he had a bazillion saves. Well, he's playing a moose shit squads this afternoon, starting up in about 15 minutes. And Jovan, what'd you say that total was at? Did I hear that it was at 2?
Yeah, it's at 2.
Well,
I wouldn't mind taking that under
playing
for a little midday sweat.
Sure. Well, instead, you could just take Matvei Eganen less than 3.5 goalie saves because they're not going to be ripping shots. This game is going to stink. These teams are atrocious. Estonia at Moldova. I mean, come on, guys. You're telling me this guy is replicating his last game where he had 9 saves? That's the only reason why people are taking the square, probably. And they're taking them more than after a legacy game. I'll go ahead and fade. And I'll take his less than goalie saves. Something about this square, chat. And we'll see how it plays out. Starts up in about 15 minutes. If you want to get involved, I will drop the link to the Sharp Report format right here because I've already locked it in nice and early.
Sure.
Fresh off the presses. Okay?
Sure.
And here comes 4 goals. I swear to God, hey, I'm Matt. I swear to God, if we see a 4-piece from the squad, I would be shocked. Okay, here's a lot of people want to get involved.
Had 4 goals.
Some early, an early pitch square here. Dead Larry Bird, Estonia, Piote. Okay.
I mean, this is like, I'm looking at the groups because this is their second game of qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
They're Estonia and Moldova are in a group with Norway, Israel, Italy, and they're the 4th and 5th team. So if somebody goes up 1-0, they are parking the bus. They might even park the bus at 0-0.
They might park it in the first minute.
Hilarious game.
The bus might be parked the entire 90 minutes.
That's going to be the hardest bus parking of year at some point.
Yep. Could be the difference. You might need it. Hey, I'm Matt said this is a sharp square, Krabs. Jokes aside. Hey, I'm Matt. Are you dialed on the pitch? I hope you're serious. Could be the little, piece of confidence that we need heading into this match on the pitch. Matvei Eganen, less than 3.5 goalie saves. How about it, chat? Don't just sit there. Get involved. Okay? Banana's getting involved in tailing. Let's fucking go, dude. Sure we can. All right. Tempo and pace crispy. I got to go power through this. KCP, Jovan. Let me finish up this square as well while it's here. Less than 1.5 3 points made. I love this square. Look, I know the soccer square is great. It's sharp. It's nasty. It's crabby. Awesome. It's a day game sweat that we get to partake in a couple minutes here. But I don't want to let this get confused or twisted. I love this KCP less than 1.5 3 square. Number 1 on the books. It's juiced to the under. Minus 125. Who knows how much longer this will be up, which is pretty weird to me, Jovan, considering he's been carrying this offense. Him and your friend Paula right? I've been carrying this offense. So I want to fade his threes. Extremely greened out charts. Could not really be more green, to be honest with you. KCP's been on fuego, but in a game where I like the under and in a game where I like Charlotte, kind of want to back KCP less than 1.5 3-pointers made. Looks like the easiest more than square on the boards. This shit's hitting. He's not banging 2. He might not even bang 1.
Sure. I'm in on a KCP fade, of course.
Sure. Usually we're taking him.
Him. That's everything about this Magic team for this day just has to be faded.
Sure. Get a Jovan squares real quick, and then we'll get to the straight bets here, chat. W's.
Start with your guy, Denny, which I'm hoping I can bet on this square and him not get hurt for once of maybe the 3 times that I've taken.
That would be cool. Yep.
That would be great, but he's forced into this role, not only like for the rebounding side of things. You're obviously going against a much bigger team. The Cavs are shorthanded, but a majority of that's in the backcourt. So they're going to be needing Denny, which if you look at what he's done on the rebounding side of things, not only is this a great matchup against the Cavs because they kind of force people to be aggressive, but when Denny's faced these bigger teams, he's been super aggressive on the boards. So I think this is a fantastic spot for him to do that. And then when he is kind of forced into this playmaker role on offense, he's been fantastic at it. And again, you're going to need that against this Cavs team. And obviously you have guards that are going to have the matchup advantage there. And no Simons is going to help too, because he's going to have the ball on his hands a lot more. And Simons isn't going to be pork, which will be fantastic. But this game has to be all about Denny because he's going to get, I don't want to say the easiest matchup, but everything is going to go through him, I think, on both sides of the ball because, you know, there's shorthanded stuff on both sides or both teams. So I think it's the perfect spot for him to just be super aggressive. I don't know if I quite trust the scoring, even though I do really want to in my heart. I'm just going to leave it out and just take the RA because I think he's going to be asking triple-double questions. So give me Denny. And then have you got eyes on the Stutzel square, Krabs?
Yeah. Great name, even better square. How about Stutzel?
Yeah, sure. Absurd square to be up. But, you know, one of the times where he had his most aggressive game of the season did happen to be against the Sabres. And it's not by accident because the Sabres, I say this about the Blackhawks all the time, and I continue to take it pretty much blindly. They're one of the teams in the NHL. There's like a group of 5 of them between the Sabres, the Blackhawks, the Ducks, and then 2 other ones that are like bottom 5 in terms of SOGs against centers, which is just feeding the puck into the middle of the ice, whether it's them being, you know, doing it themselves or having it fed from the wing. A lot of these teams just continue to give it up, and that's why a lot of these teams have been just absolutely awful. And I guess we'll talk about the game and the side more, but Stutzel has been CP3 as of late, which is why he hasn't even sniffed a SOG for the last 4 games now, and he only had 1 in that last 5. Now he gets 2. This is really weird of a square to be up, but in these matchups where you have a team that I want to fade in the Sabres going up against, you know, a guy that really hasn't done very much, but he has a really good matchup to do so, I want to get involved. Obviously, the square looking like it does helps, but I think he's going to be a lot more aggressive in this one.
Yeah, remind me, is it a triple bagel? It was up there for him in his SOGs?
I think it's quad. I think it's last 4.
Might have been a quads.
Yeah.
It might have been a quads. That's crazy. And Chad, I already locked in the Sharp Report 4-man. We do have the first square that I gave starting up in 10 minutes. So if you want to lock in the soccer play, the link is in the chat. You could also lock in a 3-piece, which I also did, in case there's any sort of pitch kick. I locked in a 3-piece with my KCP square and Jovan's 2 squares up here on the board as well. All right, let's not forget we went 0 for 4 on squares yesterday. Jovan, we owe it to the people. We got to turn it around. That is unacceptable. Okay. I like our squares today much better. Okay. Knock on wood. Let's keep moving and grooving. See goodies. If you missed the beginning of the show, remember, you can always go back and rewatch on YouTube. Okay. You can always rewind, rewatch on the YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed over there. It is free to subscribe on YouTube. Okay. W's, Jovan, love those squares. Locked in the Sharp Report 4-man lineup. Why don't we get to the straight bets? Talk about those for today. And then, guys, we will get to the BTL MLB Goat Whale. Don't you worry. Get fucking ready. We got lunch money bets coming in, resubbing as well. W lunch money bets for 16 months. We appreciate you, Beast. Couple nasty plays today on the books. Let me start out in the NBA. Anybody else think it was kind of weird seeing the Magic not only, you know, laying 5.5 points right now, but opening up, 5-point favorites with how good they've been playing? I kind of did. And look, I know this team played last night, but let's not forget they just also beat the Lakers outright last night in that game. I know they were home, but that's a pretty big upset. I know the Lakers don't have LeBron, but that's still a really good win. They were +4 in that game.
They had them.
Yeah. And they won 3 of their last 4 games. Right now, the Magic are playing pretty good, Jovan. They've covered 4 of their last 5. They've also beaten the Hornets 4 of the last 5 times they played that team. So they have good history against them. They're playing much better. And if you look at what the Hornets are doing of late, besides that random win against the Knicks, where the Knicks forgot how to score in that game, only put up 98 points, they've been playing atrociously on both sides of the ball. So I'm trying to figure out why the heck this spread is sitting at 5.5, why it opened up at 5. And I want to get involved. I want to back LaMelo Ball here. And the Hornets at home only getting a couple points with Orlando on a back-to-back. Maybe they got some tired legs in this one. And although Paulo's been carrying this offense, kind of want to fade. Total opened up pretty low as well at 210.5. Kind of like Charlotte here to keep this game within a couple buckets.
Sure. I mean, it's the nastiest play on the board by far, Krabs.
Yep.
And I'm down to get involved.
Yep. Paul said, where can I get one of those hats? So we've been doing hat drops, although we don't have one out right now, my man. Stay posted. We'll probably do one at some point here in the future, but no hats up for sale right now. Okay. All right, let's keep moving and grooving here, Jovan. We'll go to your plays. Take me to this over.
Yeah, it's over, which I guess would have seemed a little nastier if it was maybe a couple weeks ago. I guess any over involving the Blues is still nasty, but the Blues have been red hot, Krabs. They're playing fantastic hockey and they're scoring goals doing it, which is extremely irregular. And this is a game where I kind of want to ride the wave. And the same thing goes for the Canadians because the Canadians are not playing as good of hockey, but goals wise, I mean, they're seeing a lot of goals in their games as of recent. A lot of that's because they're just saying, screw it. Our lines are playing fantastic. We're not going to worry about defending pretty much because they're just kind of being super aggressive in the zone and leaving themselves very exposed in the back and dealing with the results, which for them, I guess, is cool just to see their offense and their lines kind of pick it up and have more chem and whatever happens on the backside happens. So if you're playing a Blues team where I know they've been playing good as of late, they've been scoring goals offensively, they've been really solid on the back end themselves, but you don't want to give the Blues a spark of offense because even though they've been doing it as of late, kind of manufacturing goals and manufacturing looks themselves, they're not a team that's known for that. They're not a team that's really going to start up offense. If you give them mistakes at the back and just overall, I don't know, puck mismanagement, you're super aggressive from the back and you let them get odd man rushes, like they'll take advantage of that, but they're not the team that's going to go out and get those themselves. But if you're a team like the Habs that's consistently pumping those out and consistently giving up as many shots as they are right now defensively, it's not really the spark you want to give to the Blues. Like the Blues, they're red hot right now. I don't think they do the same thing defensively against this Habs team that's just firing on all cylinders. So I think the Habs are going to be active offensively, but with that right now, it just isn't possible to believe that the Habs are not going to give them up themselves unless you get like a Montebo masterclass, which is certainly possible, but I will pay money to find out. I think this game is, I don't know, rolling with the wave of goals for these both teams that we've been seeing, getting a little bit of regression, I guess, from what's left defensively from the Bruins in front of them and just seeing a little shootout here, not literally.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the over's catching a little bit of steam. We'll see if it ends up moving up at all, but all right, back at some goals. Over 5.5. Seeing a couple 6s starting to pop up.
Sure.
Could be the difference. You want to stay and talk about this over in the CBB game going on here, Chattanooga and Bradley.
How about it? When's the last time you've seen a Bradley total in the 150s?
Yeah, I like Bradley and I like this over. Excited to hear this sell job.
Yeah, so I mean, Chattanooga is obviously the team that carries this total, I mean, a lot more because Bradley is this big, bad defensive team. I wouldn't say this is the best defense they've had out of the last couple of years or just best team in general, but they're going to clamp down on you defensively as much as, Chattanooga's seen a team do it as of late. Problem is, I also kind of like Bradley in this game. So when I see a total like this with, I guess, the line still moving their way, something is kind of clicking that I think the Chattanooga defense is going to get absolutely blitzed. And the big part of that I kind of want to lean back to, I mean, Bradley turns the ball over a shit ton. Chattanooga forces it. They're a super aggressive defense. So if Bradley turns it over and you get easy points off of transition with Chattanooga, sure. But I do think their defense, with as aggressive as they are, is going to really, I don't know, speed Bradley up and maybe overexpose themselves and give Bradley some easier buckets that they're not used to getting because a lot of their offense is strictly in the half court, super slow, obviously, because they want to play that type of game. when you see a 153.5 total, I can say I'm pretty confident they're not going to be able to play that type of game. They're going to have to play Chattanooga's game. I think it'll work for them, but I don't think it'll come without some offense in this game. I mean, its total's been moving up all morning, still not done, I guess it so seems, but I think this game is going to be electric.
Okay. Points. I am seeing the total a little bit lower right now at 151.5.
Yeah, it's been bouncing from 150 to 153 to 151 to 152. I don't even know where it's going to end up by the time we're done here, but we'll find out.
Okay. Back at some points in the NIT. Sign me up.
Sure.
Let's hope this goes like that Queens over yesterday.
Would be huge. Right. Would be huge.
Yep. W Chaco in the chat. Hope you're doing well. I need the Caps report from you, Chaco. I think we're a live dog on the road. Getting a little disrespect today. Let me know. All right, Gootsy, swing it around for me, will you? Got a couple more plays for the peeps. I'm going to go to the other new shit college basketball tournament going on right now. I'm going to go to the CBI. I'm going to take Illinois State, a team who I think is actually going to win this tournament. I got a weird feeling about this Illinois State team, and they're playing some really good basketball right now. They get Incarnate Words today. Bless their hearts. The team's got so much heart. Do I think they have the talent to keep up with Illinois State? Probably not. But, man, this team has been good, and they have come through back-to-back games, back-to-back days in the CBI tourney with wins against Manhattan, where they put up 92 points in a just track meet of a game. And then they go on to play Jacksonville yesterday, and they still put up 87 after putting up 92 the day before. At some point, this Incarnate Word team is going to slow down. The tired legs are going to show up. It's not my favorite narrative. I really don't give a hoot about it too much, but it can only help Illinois State and the Redbirds in this spot. And with them catching, a little bit of steam up to 6.5 some places, opened up at 5.5. Depends on where you're looking right now. You might still be able to get some 5s, but they're mainly at 6.5s. I think that's a pretty big spread for two pretty even teams in a CBI tourney that typically has pretty tight lines. And you don't see some fatty spreads because all these teams at this point are pretty even. You got a guy or two sitting out. All these teams are pretty equally mooshits. Thought that was kind of some respect, honestly, for Illinois State, especially considering Incarnate Words is coming off of 2 huge wins back-to-back nights. Illinois State's only coming off of a win a couple days ago against Presbyterian, I believe. But besides that, they should be much more fresh. And I like them in this game, laying 6.5 against Incarnate Word coming off of back-to-back games.
Yeah, you won't catch me fading the Word, Krabs. Go to Can't fade Coach Airman, man.
It's too late for me.
Yeah.
It's too late. And then one more play for me. We'll stay here, Gatesy, and then we'll swing it around. But let me just go ahead over this Kraken play. Honestly, probably my favorite play of the day.
Oh, hey, dude.
Yes.
You know who's in net for the Flames, man?
Who?
Big Bad Wolf.
Dustin Wolf. Yeah, I'm not scared.
Unbelievable.
The Seattle team is atrocious on the roads. 14-21 on the roads. I mean, they're also just not very good. They're 6 games under 500 at this point. They're playing a Calgary team tonight on the road, Jovan. A Calgary team that's 8 games over 500s. They're playing much better. They've won 3 straight games in a row. Thought it was pretty weird seeing the Kraken catch about 10 cents a line movement. Already thought it was kind of weird. They were only sitting at plus 120, but now that they're down to plus 110, I want to get involved. I'm a little bit confused as to why this line's so short, especially considering Calgary and how well they played of late.
Because the Flames are hurt.
Who's hurt?
I believe Backshots is going to be out tonight. Uyghur, I think, is still hurt tonight. So, I mean, they're kind of ailing in a couple different areas.
Okay. Seattle ML plus chicken. Let's go to Jovan's last play here. See what he's crafting up over there.
Sens.
Here we go.
Fading the Ratchet Sabres, who Sabres got one of their better wins. I know they had their little streak where they're playing really good hockey, but yeah, the Sabres probably had one of their better wins that they've had in quite some time. Sans maybe the VGK game by going on the road and beating the Jets. I don't really have a choice but to fade them in this one, and I could lay the ML. It's probably a good lay piece to use with the Sens on the road, even though it's usually not the way to go. But I think if it falls apart for the Sabres, it falls apart hard. So I think if they come back and they're just this team, this inevitable team, they'll probably win. Don't think it'll be a 1-goal game, so I'll take the -1.5 with the Sens. The Sabres, like I said, they're just one of those teams that if you funnel the puck in the middle of the ice and just create chaos, you've been able to absolutely destroy them as of late. The thing that's been great for them, I mean, the Jets don't really do that, but a lot of the better teams they've been playing as of recent, where they've actually looked somewhat decent, also don't do that. The Sens do that. And Tim Stützle is a great playmaker, but I think this is the rare time where he, like we talked about the square, he has the chance to be aggressive. So now I think the Sens on the road, laying on them. They're getting a lot of steam, rightfully so, but I think this game is either another Sabres upset win or not even close at all. So, of course, I'm on the Sens side. I'll take the -1.5.
Okay. Chat, let me know if you got any movement on the pitch. I think that game might have just started up over there. Let me know. I hear Sens and Reg on Search Stream. Do we chalk it? Pax Pix is asking.
Yes. Yes, you chalk it. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
That's the rule.
Yep. I mean, at this point, nobody should be pitching in Reg on the Search Stream. Jesus. If you still are, you're not tapped. Never seen a single in Reg play hit.
No.
On that stream.
Always cake.
Not one. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving here. W straight bets. All right. We don't have time to mess around today, chat. We have to lock in and craft up the BTL MLBSZN Goat Whale. All right. Got plenty of options, plenty of plays. All right. Jovan, I got a couple leftover squares. I'm sure you do too, and want to get Goots in the chat involved as well as we craft up a BTL MLB Goat Whale for the season.
I mean,
I'm pulling out my extra squares right now.
You want to start with the auto square, Krabs?
Sure.
Yeah, Adley Nukes.
I'm so certain. I'm just incredibly certain.
What?
Goots.
You didn't agree on that last night at all?
Did I?
I think you did.
I don't know that I did.
I think you did.
Is that your meat square or is that just a tonsil square?
This is meat square.
All right. But
I mean, I wish it was hits, but it's not. So
yeah, tried my
the way
best
they
on
put
that
our
one.
Stolen bases up.
He's for sure stealing too.
Since when has that been up?
They put up a bunch of like really weird stolen base ones, like him and Devers is up there for 3.5. They did like all the bunch of those in the same little bunch.
I mean,
1.5 stolen bases.
That might hit.
For
It might be air.
What do you actually want to take, Goots? Is home runs?
Yeah, home runs.
What do you think, Jovan?
I can live with it. I can live with that for sure.
I wouldn't have
check
picked
some
it if I
odds.
knew Jovan didn't already kind of like Adley. So
Yeah, that's.
I
fair.
also like Adley Goots. I'm just blown they don't have his hits because
know.
that's how I kind of wanted to take him. But
I know.
who's to say he can't hit 20 nukes?
I mean, they brought the wall in. I sent the picture this morning.
He did bring the wall in. That is true.
By the way, chat will get a kick out of this, but when they moved it in, they put like these little like platforms in front of the seats where only kids can stand and get closer to the action. So only like 12 and under. So Zach Hampel is going to be very upset.
Zach Hampel's caked.
That he can't stand them.
In like the front row, I'm confused.
Yeah, they're calling it like the home run perch or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're gonna see Zach Hampel fucking pushing little kids out of the way, stiff arming him like he's Marshawn Lynch to get down there. Still, it's not
I
gonna
hope he
stop him.
does, because then they'll arrest him and he can't come back.
He should already be arrested.
Funny.
Yeah.
So
He should be arrested already, folks. Yep.
We can keep Adley in there for now. We can circle back, but
all right. Well, I mean, we still have the one mandatory square that's on the board that we have to take for home runs.
Who do you want to take?
You want to go ahead and say his name, Krabs?
Oh, yes, the guy you got put up on the board.
Yeah, had to be done.
Specifically for this moment.
Had to be done. It's
Chad,
not a
how about
BTL
this?
Goat Whale without Matt Wallner.
Yeah, how about we get Matt Wallner involved this year and sweat that puppy out all fucking season? Matt Wallner, Matt Wallner, Matt Wallner, Matt Wallner, Matt Wallner. How about it? How about we put him in this puppy and sweat him out the entire fucking season? Shout out Jovan. Shout out Prize Picks for getting Matt Wallner square put up there on the board. Good shit, gents. Good shit. Has to be done.
Has to.
Has to be
There's
done.
Not a choice. Not a choice.
So here's a question for Jovan. Jovan, how do I tell Goots we can't take Adley home runs because we already have a home run square and Adley's plus 110? How do we pivot here so he doesn't explode?
I don't know.
Yep.
I mean,
Is there any other? Oh,
we can take another Oriole if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Any other O's you're thinking of? Just brainstorming here. We could always circle back.
I mean, I like Hauser, but I know Krabs thinks he's cricket meat, or Jovan thinks he's cricket meat.
Yeah, I like it.
Um,
Gunner unders.
Yeah, no, not happening.
Why can't you type in the Orioles?
I know you can't. It's annoying.
Yeah, you can't. I don't know why.
What do you guys think, chat?
Because I mean, there's another home run that I would also like to sweat out. I mean, it's a lot of home runs in the century, if so, or in this lineup.
Krabs, you can check the surgical stream tab that the guys came on stream and suggested. Good call, Pega, in that same Excel doc. Okay.
I mean,
Bobby Whit.
I would say Grayson, but he's hurt. So
Yeah, I so would have put Grayson in here
yeah,
if he was healthy. I was thinking about putting him in my own.
yeah, I know.
All right, why don't we circle back to the O?
We can circle back.
I would love to get an Oriole involved, Goots. And look, man, maybe it is Adley at plus 110 to hit 20 nukes. I'm not ruling it out. But why don't we come back to it? Because there's a couple other squares that I really want to talk through here. You know, a couple of mine that I was really on the fence about and almost put in my own Goat Whale. A couple hits squares. And I know I already put in the less than hits. I took my favorite one for my own. And that Marcel is in a less than hits.
Hold on.
But there's a couple more thans.
Hold on 1 second. You might have just gotten blessed.
In the soccer match? No way you're watching it.
Well, somebody put it in chat and I checked. We are 6 minutes in and Moldova got a red card.
Is he ejected?
He's not thrown out, but we have the Estonia goalie, right? So that means Estonia is going to be wailing on Moldova all game. And then we're 6 minutes in.
Holy fuck. All right. That could be the difference. How does a goalie get a red card?
No. Moldova got a red card. Like, one of their defenders got a red card. So they're a man down for 85 plus minutes or whatever it is.
Wow. 6 minutes into the game?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be shocked if he even saw 4 shots. Knock on wood, of course, but.
Okay. Pega, do you agree with this take from Jovan? Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Yeah. Okay. Jovan, look, we still got 90 minutes, 85 minutes, 80 minutes, whatever. But I love the update, and I appreciate you digging into that one for me. Good.
Yeah. I mean, that's
good.
A blessing.
For now.
For now. We'll see.
Until some crazy cake gets whipped out.
I mean, if he gets 4 saves with his team playing up a man for
that would be crazy. That'd be
pretty much all 90 minutes. That would be
from Moldova. That'd be the greatest ever offensive performance down a man for Moldova ever.
Literally,
they're gonna write a fucking movie about it. Okay. All right, Jovan, back to business here, and I really do appreciate that update. If there's any more, please let me know.
Sure.
Couple goats that I really wanted to put in mine, didn't have room. And I think you almost put one of these in yourself, actually. 2 hit squares, 2 goats that I'm liking this year. Corbin Carroll, more than hits, 151.5. And Trey Turner, more than hits, 161.5. Which was minus 150 for him to get 160 hits this year. Any of those looking at you funny?
I like Trey. That was probably... For my goat hitter, it was between 3 guys. It was between Tatis, J-Rod, and Trey. And I think Trey was probably second, only because I really didn't want to sweat a guy who plays half his games in Seattle as much as I do think J-Rod's going to have a pretty massive year. Trey I like, especially because I think they said he's probably going to be hitting leadoff against lefties too, instead of Schwarber, which I think is great because he's going to be mixing it up. And he's really lost some, I don't know, pop. Just like expected home run numbers and everything in the air looks really bad after last year. So I think he's going to be getting more solid contact, more line drives, and working on that all off season. So I'm down for the hits.
Great fucking hitter, great ball player. Trey Turner, great dude as well. Would be super down to take his more than hits. Why don't we put that in there for now?
Sure.
Is he still at 161.5?
He is.
Okay. Okay.
Wow, we got ERA bumpage.
For who?
A couple. Hunter Green got bumped up a half, 0.05.
W's.
Yeah, I'm sure. But the other one that I figured we'd bring up at some point, Brandon Pfaadt got bumped down 0.05.
No way.
Yeah.
I would love to get Brandon Pfaadt less than ERA involved. That's the square you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured he would come up at some point in this.
Yeah, we got to get a picture in there, and that's kind of the one that I had top of mind that I was waiting for you to bring up, and there it is.
Yeah.
Tanner Hoke is the other one that Gootsy kind of found. His over ERA, which I also really like. We got a lot of fucking options, boys.
We do.
Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, we got a lot of choices. Feel a little overwhelmed. I'm gonna have to craft up a third Geyserman or a second BTL lineup, a backup. But that's interesting, Jovan. I would love to take Brandon Pfaadt less than ERA, back him to do well. I'd love to take Tanner Hoke more than ERA. That's a square that Gootsy brought up, I think like 2 weeks ago when we were first starting to talk about these squares. I looked into it, love that one. It's on this note sheet as well. His more than ERA. Is that still at 3.7?
Hulk. Yeah.
Okay. I like those. And then a couple other weird ones. I don't know if they're still up, but I can look. That Logan Webb under half a complete game. And the Dylan Cease under half a complete game.
Dude.
After he threw a no-hitter last year.
I respect the angles. I know the squares. All the complete games, frankly, look really free, which is frightening. And some of them are probably going to find its way under. I just have no want or need to sweat that all year, personally.
See, when I see squares that look like they're free as my, I want to lock in the other side.
I know you do. I don't know if I'm there.
W Pega. To be honest, Pega, we might have too many options ourselves, but I will open that up. Let me get it going.
Well, let me throw some more at you, Krabs.
Please.
I know you love the saves category. There is a guy who, I don't want to say he was horrible last year. Let me look at his numbers, but I know he had a pretty horrid stretch where he was consistently blowing games. And he's got a new changeup. He's one of the guys that's starting the new kick change this year. He's looked really good using it in spring training so far, which is a big plus. I was interested to see how that would come out. Andres Munoz, I wouldn't mind getting involved. We obviously know. Yeah, which I was a little surprised that number was as high as it is. He had 22 saves last year, 5 blown saves, which I think most of them came within a relatively short span. His number's at 27.5, which I was a little surprised at.
Yeah, really like Munoz, and I feel like he's been getting better every year. He's been in this Mariners bullpen for what, like 4 years?
Yeah.
I feel like.
It's been marinating a little bit.
Yeah. Was last year the first? Yeah.
To do that.
He had 22 saves last year. I don't think he was the full-time closer last year, though.
No, he lost the job briefly. And that was it was because he was on his really bad stretch of where he blew a bunch of saves, but then he eventually got it back together.
Yep. It's crazy. He still finished the year with a 2.12 ERA.
Yeah, it's not like he was just horrid all year. He just had, I think, 2 like pretty bad stretches.
Okay. I like it. Might make a little too much sense, but I like it.
Sure.
I also like David Bednar less than saves, but
figured you were going to add that to the queue. I was waiting on that one.
Also might make a little too much sense with how bad he's been this spring and how bad he was last year.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'd be
That's
shocked
fair.
if he ends up being the closer at the end of the season for this team.
Maybe this one makes a little too much sense for you too, but one of the other pitchers, I guess for the hitters, I had my little 3-person debate. For pitchers, I did the same thing, and it was between Hunter Green and 2 other guys. One of the other guys that I really wanted to fade was Sonny Gray, and probably one of the reasons I left it out. Not that I was taking it because of like what's happened in the spring training, but I already had like a spring training wave that I was riding with Rhys Hoskins. I didn't want to put both of them in, but have you seen like the Sonny Gray storylines over the offseason? It's really weird.
No.
So
Honestly,
apparently he got some injection in his arm, and I guess it kind of tailed off towards the end of the regular season where he was like really awful. You know, he started off fantastic last year, ended up terrible, and now like coming into this season, he's saying like there are rumors that he re-signed with the Cardinals just because he was scared of some injury. He didn't want to be on like a contending team where the injury was an issue, or that they would do the physical and like it would be found out, or some crazy like rumors. And then he comes into this like spring, he's saying, I don't have the same velocity. I'm trying to change my offerings. I'm trying to be more of just a command pitcher and not rely on the velocity as much. You know what that sounds like a lot, Krabs? It sounds like the same thing that happened with Adam Wainwright. So I'm interested if this is going to end the same.
Yeah, I mean, I could so see a Sonny fall off, but you could probably already say that fall off began last year. Towards the end of the season, like Yalad's saying in the chat, I agree. I would like to take his less than.
More than
ERA.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting. We got too many options.
A lot of options. We're just throwing stuff at the wall right now and seeing what sticks, because we've had a lot of squares from our individual cook sessions. Just bringing them together now.
Yep.
I'll
tell you what.
You know what else is going to be free? Krabs. So we had the 2 guys that sold Trent's Goat Whale last year.
Yep.
Devers and Jordan. He decided to run one of them back. The other one's just
Devers is about to go nuts.
The other one's just sitting.
Yep.
Sitting to be taken.
You know what's about to happen there. Weird vibes too up there in Boston with him not playing third. Who knows how that plays out?
Really weird.
Really good teammate saying he doesn't give a fuck and that he plays third base.
Yep.
That was a cool interview.
What a dick.
What is wrong with people? Do people not give a fuck about the team or about the squadron?
He walked it back. He changed what he said.
Yeah,
because they probably had a call from up top. Everything they're doing, everything the Red Sox is doing right now, it has a weird energy behind it. And I think it's just so destined to something is not going to work out. And everybody thinks it's all sunshine, daisies, and roses out there.
Surely everybody fading Devers will go well. Well, I need to see somebody fade Devers, because
nobody's fading Devers, dude.
People might not be taking him that much, dude, but I don't think they're fading him.
Fans of teams automatically think everybody's fading their own teams. Like the Red Sox are one of the most publicly bet teams all this offseason. Everybody thinks they're going to win the division. Everybody thinks they're going to be nasty. There's no negative sentiments around the Red Sox.
All right. Well, I like potentially taking Sonny Gray more than ERA, like you talked about. I don't know if I want to get to back in Devers to do well. It's still back in a goat.
Right.
But I certainly see what you're saying. And the fact that Trent picked Jordan, yeah, it probably is going to be Rafael Devers.
Probably is, yeah.
I also have to tell you that Mackenzie Gore is minus 125 to get 10 wins, and he's up for 8.5 wins on Prize Picks. I don't know what the fuck is up with that.
What do they know?
We got a goal for Estonia. Okay, park that fucking bus, OG.
Well,
park that puppy.
You don't exactly want that. You want him to still be a little aggressive.
Yeah, you don't want to even welcome in those people to their side of the fields.
Yeah, which
you want them keeping the ball down by the opponent's goal. Okay.
Yeah, you want them to keep attacking, which this is I think this is World Cup qualifying, or I don't know if it's World Cup or Euro qualifying, one of the two. So like goal differential matters. So they should they're not going to be like super aggressive for 90 minutes, but they should at least try.
Who sold Trent last year, just like J-Ram the year before? Might want to take that guy. Whoever sold John, I believe, Jordan and Devers were the two guys.
Yeah, Jordan and Devers, and he's taking Jordan again. So Devers is the only man left standing.
Any Giants milk at all? Reef Trees really want some giant squares.
I mean, I don't know that I have any Giants love or hate, except for like Willie. I wouldn't mind fading Willie. It's just his line is like so shockingly low that it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, obvious, I guess, narrative there. I mean, he's coming off a record power season. He's a guy that's numbers scream regression in the home run department, and he's going to a horrendous home run to hit home runs at, or horrendous park to hit home runs at. It's just, they probably know that as well as we do, which is why his numbers insanely low.
They definitely also know that. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's probably why that's so low. Okay. This is tough. We've got so many options, folks.
A lot of options. Still got Junior back talk too. I have to say.
Do they have that Riley Green's triple square up there?
They do. 5.5.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice triple prone ballpark, and Riley Green should have a great year this year. I wouldn't mind that, but that might be a little too square.
Yep.
Pega, that is true, yes. Foster, I've already got him in enough lineups, brother. I got him in more lineups than anybody else on earth. Raleigh triples. Ooh.
Yeah, the Cal Raleigh.
We can craft up a mean. We can craft up a meme lineup tomorrow as well, chat. So keep those weird squares to the sides.
Yeah, we do need a meme lineup for sure.
What do we got in there right now, Gootsy?
I don't know if we really have like a
nothing really set yet. We have Alley homers, Warner homers, Turner hits, Fott ERA, Munoz saves, and Sonny Gray ERA.
I feel like Trey Wallner and Fott are pretty set, right?
Yeah, I'm super down to keep those three.
Is Sale so down to get
option? Would love to fades.
I would love an Oriole in there for Goots. I just don't know.
If we're not going to get there with Adley, I don't, because you're not going to take Gunnar. So
right. There's no other Orioles, dude.
I would pitch like Adley multi-home run game, but that hit last year, so I don't think Krabs would like that.
It did hit last year.
Westberg's up for home runs. I don't mind that. It's just the same category.
Right.
Cows are RBIs. That's pretty much it, other than Gunnar.
Yeah, they got like no Orioles up.
If they can put Charlie Morton ERA up, we can take that. But
max fade.
Oh, Goots.
Could always
those
be
steel squares.
Wins.
What'd you say?
I guess I got that Adley 1.5 steel square up there.
Yeah, I mean,
could make a meme lineup with some of those.
We could take Dean Kramer wins.
Dean Kramer wins.
What?
That's not hitting.
No fucking shot. That's up.
Yeah, dude. It's been marinating up there. That was one of the first squares up there.
Holy smokes. All right. Castellanos more than half or more multi-home run games. That is probably a good angle this year, Pega. You're not wrong, but we already got it.
You just need one tragedy, and that's great.
Yeah. Dudes, man, what should we do? Are we forcing your Adley square in there or what?
No, I don't want to force anything. I obviously want this to hit. I mean, I think Adley's hitting, but I do understand the changing the categories up.
Yeah, I'm blown that it's plus 110, and I'm blown that we already have a home run that we like.
Yeah.
You
gotta put Warner in there.
Junior back pog too.
Junior, man, he's fucking rat meat.
He's goated. Um. So what category are we trying to target here, Krabs? So we've got the home runs, we got the
bases,
hits,
maybe?
we got the ERA in there.
Well, right now we've got one pitcher in there, so we got to at least put in one more, probably. So maybe we can work on that right now.
Cool. Okay.
Whether it's Tanner Hoke fades, whether it's that Munoz saves square, whether it's your Sonny Gray fades. I also really like Seth Lugo less than 150.5 strikeouts.
Wow, you could be in Delph with that.
That's one that I haven't brought up yet, but
I remember your pitch on that when you first brought that up.
you like Munoz, Scoots?
Yeah, I mean, if we want to get a different category in here, I would say I like Hoke. Like he's probably my favorite over Munoz. But if we want to get a different category, I would suggest that one.
Mm-hmm.
Or fading Pete Fairbanks.
Yeah, fading Pete's, fading I almost said
Bednar.
fading Daniel Baird. Jesus, Bednar, David Bednar, obviously. Mm-hmm. I think we should go diversified portfolio and go with that save square if you really do like it that much, Jovan.
I mean, I don't really have too much that I'm like super in love with as far as like the pitchers that we go with.
Okay.
That's probably, I don't know, between that and Gray, those are my favorite angles for the pitchers that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to fade Tanner Hoke. I would be shocked if he has an ERA below 3.7, especially with all the backfill guys they got. I mean, if anybody in that rotation struggles, they're getting yanked and they're getting put in that bullpen or they're getting put in the IR. They got 7 starters they can choose from. That square is probably my favorite. Richie, I wish they had an Uncle Charlie square up there, man, but they don't. I like that square a lot for a pitcher. If I had to rank the pitcher squares left, I'd probably go Tanner Hoke over ERA, Munoz more than saves, Seth Lugo under strikeouts, Mackenzie Gore more than wins, and then Sonny Gray probably. I think I'm probably still got some PTSD lingering around from fading Sonny Gray.
Yeah, it's fair. Maybe this is where we get the Goots call of year. Since we have no Orioles.
I'm
Trent
probably
said
gonna
this
put
entire fantasy team, so that's not ideal.
I mean, he's
that's
drafting
not
them.
ideal at all.
He's drafting them because of me, dude.
Yeah, it's also true. You don't have Fott or Hauk.
Yeah, he has Walner and Trey.
Yeah, he does. And he has Reese Hoskins.
Yeah. What do you mean so sure? Like you weren't texting me for every pick last night, dude. Unbelievable. But he does have Walner.
Lars Newbar, welcome to the team.
That was a real text. Like I can't believe that. I actually can't believe that.
Unbelievable. Solaire's not a bad pick. Someone commented under that post and said, "Get rid of Solaire and Ben Joyce." I don't understand getting rid of Ben Joyce, man.
Let me tell you what the thing was, because he told me it was Roto. So like when you look at his team, he has like Jordan, he has Junior, he has Solaire, he has Walner. He is a strikeout machine. And then it ended up being that he found out after the draft he didn't know what scoring it was, and then it ended up being head-to-head. So it's not as bad.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, I was screaming at him because we had like Arias on the board, Yandy on the board, a bunch of guys that don't strike out.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "You're going to be so mad at who I just drafted." And I was like, "Tell me it's not Solaire." And he drafted Solaire.
I'm probably going to put Hauk in my go well because Norby's hurt, and that's who would be my last leg. So we can either tail that, but damn, I like Sonny Gray too.
Yeah, we need some Needs some Goots meat in this.
This is hard.
Tanner Hoke has an 11 ERA this spring. He pitched fucking terrible. In his last game, he pitched 3 2/3, gave up 12 hits and 10 runs.
Hauk did?
Yes.
Huh.
He's
Really
been
bad.
atrocious in the spring. I've been doing some Googles, checking some tweets. He's been trying out new pitches. His arm is toast, and he's probably not going to be in the starting rotation very long, to be honest with you. Like, this square gives me Daniel Baird vibes, although it might not be a save square. And bless Tanner Hoke's heart. I mean, great story. Guy comes out of fucking nowhere and starts shoving. But I'm here to make money, folks. I'm not here to, write Disney scripts for great fucking feel-good stories. I'm here to make coins.
Yeah. Any K squares you guys like?
No way we got an Estonia goal.
Another one? Or is it super late?
They were free.
I think it was just, I know it was the second one. Any K squares? I don't think there were any K squares that were screaming at me from the mountaintops. So I was looking through because I wanted to put
Seth Lugo under strikeouts.
Yeah, I could get down with that. I was looking at Seth Lugo. I think that was really it that I was looking at for the strikeout category. I couldn't really get tied down to too much there. I was doing everything in my power to have some kind of positive pitcher square that was not ERA to avoid putting two of those in my lineup, but didn't want it.
There's no better sweat than fading some dude's ERA. I mean, I agree, man. I think that's fucking awesome.
It was fun.
I kind of want to put in
Hauk.
Tanner Hoke, but
I'm good with that. I like
You
that.
can go Hauk.
you be able to rest head on pillow, Jovan?
I can rest head on pillow with that.
Okay. I got to do my best Kelvin Sampson impression here. Krabs, if you say Daniel Baird one more time, bro, it's barred. Daniel Baird. Daniel Baird. All right, what do we have now, Gootsy? We got Trey Turner. We got Matt Wallner. We got Brandon Fott. We got Tanner Hoke. And we need one final Infinity Stone.
The final stone.
What do you think of Jovan? Give me a hitter.
A hitter. I mean, we do still have, I don't know. You seem to be pretty high on the J-Rod angle.
Yeah.
And I still like it. I hate that it's in Seattle, but there's something about him this year that I can't get out of my head. Obviously, we have Junior under or in back pocket too, which I wouldn't mind, but in order to diversify categories, we could put something J-Rod in there.
Yeah. Dude, I like that J-Rod square.
Which one?
I like his hits. It sucks that we already
hits.
have one.
We could go stolen bases.
Mm.
I mean, that's the angle that I think, like, obviously it relies on him getting on base too, but he was hurt for a lot of last year, wasn't really able to run. And I guess that's the one thing that could kind of be helped by playing in Seattle, because if he does get on base, obviously you want to manufacture offense if you can, if you're, the Mariners in their lineup. So I think when he's on base, he's going to be running as much as possible, especially now that he's healthy and didn't get to do that last year.
Mm-hmm. Do we think they try to preserve him, don't make him run a ton, keep him healthy? Try something new. Because he's missed some games every season of his career.
Yeah, I mean, they could. I just don't really know if they're in that position unless their offense is just that amazing.
Yeah. Trying to look up the team's stolen base numbers here from last year. Let's see.
Trent, what are you spamming, brother?
Seattle's they steal a decent amount. You want to put in his steals?
I'd be so down to put in his steals.
Okay. Yeah, I like that square. Dude, so if we put in Julio Rodriguez steals, what does this lineup look like?
Um,
Okay, here's Apple Music one.
And Buttes' speakers are going off.
yeah, my Siri is in unbelievable.
GG.
Turner, Fott, Hauk, Julio, and Warner.
Warner.
Can't forget about Matt Wallner, folks.
Yep,
Can't
he was,
forget
he was
about.
sneak up there.
Sneak.
Mhm. So we got Matt Wallner more than home runs, Trey Turner more than hits, Brandon Fott less than ERA, Tanner Hoke more than ERA, and we've got J-Rod more than steals. Damn, I fuck with that.
It's a diverse portfolio.
I fuck with that. I'm so in.
So diverse.
So
I think that's
diverse.
it, chat. Any qualms? Do you guys like Vladdy this year? I mean, I kind of do, yeah, but I probably would maybe target Bo Bichette instead. Maybe he does something this year for once.
No, that's for sure Vlad. Has to be
Okay.
Vlad.
What do you guys think, chat? You guys like this 5-piece season long? No real qualms.
Qualms. I'm excited to say his name, Krabs, all year long.
Matt fucking Wallner. All right, why don't we lock it in?
Short.
I'm down. I'm in there, chat. Let's fucking do it. Goots, you mind reading them off to me one time?
Yeah, one
Wallner.
sec. Here we go.
I got linkage.
Okay.
Oh, you got a link?
Warner,
Sure.
W Link,
It's coming.
Matt fucking.
Matt Wallner, Trey Turner, Julio, Fott, Hauk. What a 5. Let me drop link in chat real quick.
Are you power playing or flex playing it?
Both.
Ooh. I'm in there. All right, let's fucking go, chat. Let's fucking go, chat. Real Nicky Gambles. All I got to do is say that fucker's name 21 times.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to do?
Literally it.
Come on, let's go. All right, chat. I will drop the link here as well, although I think it already has been dropped. Yep, Jovan just put that puppy in there. W's.
I do that.
The BTL MLB season Goat Whale, folks. Get involved. The link is in the chat. Please tail responsibly. Get involved, chat. Come on. We have some good luck with these. Knock on wood. All right. We're dialed in. We came prep with some squares. Let's hope we can smack this puppy. 5 squares. 5 goats. They will be goats after this season. J-Rod, more than steals. Okay. Julio Rodriguez, more than 28.5 steals. Trey Turner, more than 161 hits. We've got Brandon Fott, less than 3.85 ERA. How about Tanner Hoke, more than 3.7 ERA after a legacy season? And then Matt fucking Wallner.
Yep.
More than 20.5 home runs. Sure. Krabs, you're a Mets fan, right? Yep. Mikal, good call. As you can see, the 2 DC jerseys in the background. Yep.
JJ.
W's, chat. Let's fucking go. Shitty ass org, lol. Well, we have a World Series more recent than your team, probably. Who do you root for, Mikal? Is it the Yankees? Kind of seemed like a Yankee fan. Krabs, you going to be on my Vols Friday? Actually, as a matter of fact, I will, Joshy. Yes. Oh, Mikal, you're a Mets fan. Enjoy the sloppy seconds, my man. Enjoy the sloppy seconds with Soto. Anyone else think it's kind of weird that the Mets got Soto? You know, they're making all these big moves, looking like they're owner Cohen is spending some coins. The Mets are going to make a run this year. They almost did last year, right? Kind of weird they're getting that line disrespect to win that division, in my opinion. And we'll talk a little bit more about that tonight, Jovan. Isn't that pretty fucking crazy? Yeah.
It is.
They have the third shortest odds to win that division. The Braves are getting serious line respect, like plus 150 to win the division in a year where it looks like the Braves are going to have a down year. That's kind of weird. And then the Phillies are getting some respect. They actually have shorter odds than the Mets.
Yeah.
Surely that goes well, Mikal, for the Mets and Juan Soto this year. Surely the books are wrong.
We'll find out.
Thought that was really interesting, Jovan. And we'll talk a little bit more about that on the MLB pods that we're going to record right after BTL today.
Sure.
It's Andrew coming in asking the important questions here, folks. I'm late. Did you guys say the BTL two-piece for TNT yet? Not yet. And we're about to get there.
Yeah, we do need that. Do need that bad.
All right. Let's get to it. If you gents are down, I'm down. Why don't we craft up a little TNT two-piece, see if we could smack another lineup. Okay? POD Pete faded the Mets win total. Wow. Richie, I actually like that play. Krabs, you're getting all the salty Yankee fans horny. Stop it. I know, Dean. I can't resist. Imagine being the best team in baseball and not winning for 15 years. That would drive me bonkers. Seeing teams like the Nats and the Royals win a World Series of late, that would drive me fucking nuts. And the Yankees can't do it since these guys have been in diapers. I'd be whining too in the chat like I'm a little kid. Sure. Jovan, are we betting the Heat tonight? Real quick, before we get to the TNT toothpaste. You taking the Heat tonight?
Yes, I'm taking the Heat tonight.
And I'm taking a peep up here at the board. Looks like we've already got a square maybe decided. What are we looking at here? He's
got the Jimmy dunk up there. I mean, Jimmy's dunking the ball tonight. He's got to be dunking the ball.
And go ahead and tell me why that's the case.
I mean,
playing against his former team means he's automatically getting a dunk?
No, just the Jimmy wants to stick it to him. It's not just that it's a revenge game, but he wants to do it in the most emphatic way possible. He is the pettiest motherfucker in the NBA. He's dunking tonight.
Why is that square up?
I mean, they're going to put everything up for him today, Krabs.
Why is that square up?
I'm not forcing it in there, but I would love to hear an angle from you that you could like in this game. No way you're going to force it in there.
Has to go in. Has to.
Not opposed to backing Jimmy Butler. Is that really the way to do it? On him to get a dunk?
I mean, you want to do it with the rest of his pop tab squares?
I don't like his other squares. I'm looking at them. They're green as moss. Honestly, no.
And usually I would say let's take the other side of the trade because it's an Andrew Wiggins revenge game, but he just dropped 40 last game. You can't even do that.
Oh, Jimmy has a revenge game section on FanDuel. I mean, come on.
Of course he does, dude.
Come on, man.
Fat Girl's kind of onto something too there.
I know. I was just looking. I was hoping they would put up like hero attempt squares because I certainly do not want to take him to make it these shots.
Well, they don't have that.
I know.
They have a 1.5 threes made Goblin. What about hero assists? Why is that at 5.5?
Yeah, I saw that lurking.
Well, let's start with who we think wins this game. You think Golden State wins the game? You think Miami wins the game? You said earlier you're going to bet on them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the Heat plus 6.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think they're very live to win the game, but
okay.
I don't know if for this that really affects what I would think about any of the squares.
No way Modvay's got 2 saves already. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, Estonia might have scored too quickly. Those 2 goals came way too fast.
Shit. Fat Girls, talk to me, bro. In the chat. He's not gonna be CP3, he's gonna pork. Oy.
I mean, you would think
Yeah.
so, but looking at all of his lines and squares, it doesn't really seem that way. Plus, I mean, even if he porks, we don't have attempt squares.
Let me look at some of these Heat squares. They got a Wiggins dunk square up as well.
I mean, it could always just be
Bro.
the dunk squares.
Have you looked at Bam's rebounds?
I mean, I assume it's going to be high because they're playing the Warriors.
Yeah. I mean, his point, like, I want to take Bam PR.
Yeah.
Bam PRA looking at these squares. Duncan Robinson's been he's been ass cheeks. Hello, Ware is really good at basketball.
I don't think Khalil Ware will do much tonight.
Okay.
But we'll see, I guess.
What about Bam?
I could respect Bam.
Does it make too much sense for you? I know Golden State doesn't have like a fucking, great big, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how much I trust him scoring, which is my one, I don't know, nervous spot about it. He hasn't really been doing much outside of being the roll man. And I know as small as the Warriors are at times, they do defend that really well.
Fuck. I think it's Bam.
Bam what?
I think it's Bam, either rebounds or PR.
I can take the rebounds.
More than 9 boards. Get some odds up for this puppy.
Does he have RA? Maybe it's RA.
He's at 9.5 rebounds in the books.
Sure.
What do you think, Goots? Think we go Bam rebounds, or do you think we go Jimmy Dunk?
Jimmy Dunk.
Really?
Yep.
You think they're just putting that square up there for us all to cash?
Well, the contrarian
How many people
angle
are
could be
going over to the
Wiggins.
dunk tab and not just clicking PRA? Boop.
What if it was Wiggins dunk, Krabs?
That's kick.
Could be a Wiggins dunk.
I mean, he just dropped 40 no dunk, and he still has a revenge game, obviously.
I'd rather go with that and pivot there. That feels right to me.
That's the real contrarian
Let's
angle.
just go with Bam and move on. I like Bam too.
All right.
I really don't want to lose coins on a dunk square. I think
Yeah,
that's the dumbest shit ever.
I'll just sneak nuke at Krabs and I'll cash. Me and
fair.
John will
Good.
be splooging tomorrow.
We'll be split.
Good.
Splooge.
What's up, Chew? How we doing, Beast? We lost plot about 20 minutes ago. I mean, Turnimac, we're just trying to find some green squares. Obviously, we don't love the game, but we're doing the TNT Tuesday bit. We're doing our best, man. We're doing our best. Let's go Bam rebounds, huh?
Sure.
Hold on. Wait a tick.
Oh, boy.
Why is his 2.5 assists a fucking goblin?
That's what I was saying, dude. We could put the RA in it.
All right, let's go RA 13.
I think that one makes basketball sense, too. Because like I was saying, they defend the short roll better. So if Bam can't do that, he's probably going to be up top for a few more handoff actions.
Okay.
He does all the time.
Yep. Let's go Bam 13 RA. More than. Okay. Let's move on to the late night geyserman. OKC laying 10 points to Sacramento. Sacramento, 3 straight L's. Sacramento, they made some trades this year. They were supposed to be better. They're kind of moose shit. some questionable players in this game, though. Malik Monk, Devin Carter for the Kings, Chet Holmgren for the Thunder. They're all questionable. We'll see what happens here. Jovan, OKC's been on fuego, my man. You think they keep that up? They've also beaten this Sacramento team the last 4 times they played them.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like an obvious blowout spot, and I assume there's going to be a lot of people on the Thunder tonight. I'm not quite sure who's going to be active for them because we'll see what happens, but just a brutal 2-game stretch for the Kings. You get the Celtics last night, you get the Thunder tonight, so I am a little scared of if stuff can get screwed by blowouts or a potential blowout, but I would not mind getting involved with some squares on either side, I guess. I know it's probably a little tougher to get you on board with any Thunder squares. Not that I really have like a particular one that stands out to me, but it's just the whole team. We don't really know what the deal is with them outside of SGA. And then Chet, who knows what the plan is for him, if he's going to end up playing the not. Same for J-Dub.
Right.
But what if it was always just the RA 2-piece? Bam and Sabonis.
Didn't Sabonis just fuck up Jason Tatum yesterday?
A little bit, yeah.
SGA 31.5. Crazy. He's so
Pretty
good.
crazy.
He's so good. Well, if you're worried about a blowout, I guess we could go with more of a role player if they have him up.
I don't know if they really have many role players up for this game.
They don't.
Yeah, they legit don't have one.
Chat, you guys got any squares you like in this late night TNT game, OKC versus Sacramento / Trent? Are there any weird looking squares up there in this game for you or involving your Thunder?
Trent,
let me know in the chat.
OKC cake, dude.
He said SGA assists.
Every time he tells me SGA assists, he drops 50. Every time he tells me his points, he's CP3. Tired of this guy, man.
Should we take Sabonis? He's been so fucking bad this season, man.
Been bad. He's been hurt and on limited minutes.
Look at his more than turnover square, 2.5.
Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's right as maw.
Yeah. It's weird.
Right as maw, dude. Maybe that's good. That means he's dishing. I don't think he did a thing on the assist trail yesterday. Yeah, he only had one. I know the RA went up from 16.5 to 17.5, which I know it, I guess, usually makes a lot of sense to take rebounds or RA against the Thunder because they've been relatively small. But the last couple times, I think both were this year, he really didn't do too much on that front at 13 and 12. So it's a little surprising to see it as high as it was, I thought. And then moving up, obviously, was a little odd.
You like his RA?
Yeah.
You said it moved up?
Yeah, it was at 16.5 to 17.5 now.
I'm down to run an RA 2-piece.
An RA 2-piece.
Yep. And just go Bam and Sabonis.
Sure.
Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
I'm in. Chad, little 2-piece. Bam, more than rebounds, assists, and Sabonis, more than rebounds, assists. Little TNT 2-piece. Okay? I'm in there. Let's fucking go. Let's cash some lineups today, chat. Why not us? I'll drop the link to this puppy right now. Oh my God, Matt Vey has 3 goalie saves right now. What is going on?
Goals were too quick. Rat meat.
Are you kidding me? It's only at halftime.
Horrible.
How do they have 3 SOGs down a guy?
Because it's early K, Krabs. It just spawns red.
Spawns, dude.
I blame Jovan for saying it already hit. I'll say it.
I did not say it already hit. It was a perfect script for it.
Anybody else hear that in the chat earlier?
Now I got to post keg on the feed.
Damn it.
Dude, Estonia was free, dude.
We got Twitch Matty Ice coming in hot. Cannot wait for MLB to officially start. Twitch Matty Ice. Appreciate you, Beast. All right, we crafted up the TNT toothpaste. I don't think I put the link in here yet, but here it is. All right, Bam, more than 13 RA. Sabonis, more than 17.5 RA. The link is in the chat. That'll be the last time I go to the fucking pitch for a play at 1 p.m.
I
Give me
mean,
a break. All right. We got a couple minutes left here. We got to get to the squad route. We did a lot today. Sharp report, recaps. We did BTL Goat Whale. We did TNT toothpaste. It's time for the most important part of our day, Jovan. It's time for the squad route. You ready?
Yep.
Gootsy, run that train. I want to see that shit. W squad ride last night. And again, like I said, chat, great job weeding around the cake. I had plenty of cake yesterday. Great fucking work weeding around that puppy. Okay. Jovan, you in love with the play today?
I mean, I like my 2 plays on the ice quite a bit. One I can probably eliminate from the fact that I really do not want to go on Surge Stream and hear Sens and Reg and chalk the squad ride.
Okay. You want to go the over in the Canadians and Blues game?
Yeah.
Sign me up. Over 5.5.
Yep.
Okay. Chat, first play, Canadians Blues over 5.5.
Also don't want to let the Heat get swept. Potentials. I feel like that's such a Krabs bet.
Honestly, we didn't take the Heat at home in sharp spots.
I don't, but I don't know. I'm pretty good at weeding out the cake. I haven't done it in a long time, and I noticed the spots pretty much every single time. And I mean, there's been plenty of chances, but like now, Jimmy coming back in town, dude, they're gonna be fired up.
Kind of seems like a fan talking a little
It's
bit.
not a fan. I love Jimmy. I have no hatred towards Jimmy. I have honestly more hatred towards the organization for making him piss out the way that he did.
Agreed.
But that's just a narrative you love. Fading the revenge game. Getting the team that's fired up. Getting Hero to be pork. Team that didn't want him or Jimmy didn't want. Firing up and covering at the very least.
I'll put him in if you let me have the Hornets.
Of course, I was always letting you have the Hornets.
Nobody's voting for that shit anyways. Do you want to go 3 plays? Quality over quantity? Because I think these are 3 winners.
You don't have a 4th to round it out?
I didn't like your reactions to my other plays.
Well, the Kraken, I mean, both of those were Tonsils reactions. Because UIW, Southland Goats, and Dustin Wolf, my goat. Mm-hmm. So if you like the play, don't get it twisted because of those.
I absolutely love both those plays. I really like all 3 of my plays today. I think I'd probably want to get the Kraken on the ice, to be honest with you, on the ML.
Sure.
They're winning that game. Let's go Kraken ML. Let's go 2-minute poll here. And we'll wrap this puppy up. Chat, do me a favor while we get this poll up. 4 plays, 4 winners, W Goots. Can we drop some W Gootses in the chat? He's been killing it today. 4 plays, 4 winners, Canadians Blues over 5.5. The Heat plus 5.5 in that crazy revenge angle. That's going to be a great game. Hornets plus 5.5 and the Kraken on the ice on the ML. Okay. 4 plays, 4 winners. We appreciate you guys and appreciate all the subbies coming in. Twitch, Matty Ice, Money Talk Sports, you're a beast. Token Picks, you're a beast. 2 years with the Goats. Also, Tristan Casas, home run soaring over, probably. Lunch Money Bets coming in, resubbing as well. Brinks Picks, you're goated as well. We appreciate all you guys coming in, resubbing. Do me a favor. As the squad ride poll finishes up here, you got about a minute left, guys, to get involved. Do me a favor. Stick around for the Surge stream and pitch Trent a winner. Okay, pitch Trent the winner of a lifetime. A sell job so good that he has to take your play. Trust me, it's possible, folks. You give him one hell of a sell job, he'll lock that puppy in. Stick around. Pitch Trent a winner on the Surge stream right after this on the same channel. You don't have to go anywhere. Krabs, every time I pull up to a Portillo's, I can't take it serious anymore because the way you pronounce it, yeah, I kind of did ruin Portillas. Sorry, fat girls.
Dude, no way we're going to St. Louis over Miami, man. Unbelievable.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But you know what? I think those are 4 winners up there anyways. I don't really give a hoot.
Yeah.
Daniel says he misses Portillas. Daniel, I miss you, man.
Dude, we need
Long
to go
time
back.
no see. We need
to go
another
back.
Daniel legacy appearance.
Which was gas.
Snowman, your table of 18 is ready. We appreciate you gents getting involved. Couple seconds left here, chat, but it's going to be the over on the ice.
Soft.
Okay, W Squad rides. We did a lot today, guys. So if you missed it, please make sure you check out the BTL X. So you can get your, BTL Goat Whale. You can get your TNT 2-piece, your squad ride, your sharp report, the whole 9 yards. Okay. Trent, sorry for going over 2 minutes. We appreciate you, Beast. Guys, stick around for the Surge stream, please. Bring the energy, bring the winners. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time.